Hello everyone, welcome to YourPedia Education. So as you know, BARC released the shortlisting for their interview, and if you are shortlisted, then congratulations from my side, right? So basically after shortlisting, our main motive is what? Our main motive is to get selected in BARC, because you clear the first step for BRC, right? The first step, you are shortlisted for BRC. Now your selection is completely based on interview, right? There is no like that much weightage for your written test, or you can say the gate score. There is only 100% weightage of the interview in your final selection. So there is very important point that you should prepare your interview seriously. And how you can start your preparation. So basically, if you are from instrumentation background, you can start preparing the subjects like digital electronics, process and control. That is a very important subject if you are coming from the instrumentation background. Sensor, transducer, that part is also most important. You can't leave that one, right? Control system and digital electronic, sensor and transducer, right? And the other subject, that is measurement, related to measurement, that is also most important for BARC. And signal conditioning. These are the 5 subjects you should prepare for BARC. And how I can prepare that? See, basically BARC interview is different from all other interviews. They start asking the question from the basic level, and they start increasing the level of the question. They are doing the cross questioning, right? If you are saying that this is my favorite subject, like they ask you that tell me your 5 favorite subject, right? And you said that control system is my favorite subject. They start asking the basic question from this one, that what is the difference between open loop and closed loop control system? You say that is the difference. Then they ask you that give me the example of an open loop system, right? You said that this fan or something like that, this is an open loop system. Then they may ask you that tell me inside this open loop system what is the controller, right? You have to tell them, right? Let us take another example. They ask you that let us take I'm driving the car. So that is also a control system, because you have to control the speed by using the accelerator and the brakes. That is also your control system. Then you have to tell me from where you got the feedback. It is an open loop control system or a closed loop control system, how you relate that with the control system, right? And you can tell them that which part of your complete driving, which part represents the controller, which part represents the feedback, like that, which part is the process. Yeah, you can say process or plant, right? So basically you have to tell them the entire structure. So they will give you the examples like that, and they will go in that much step. What is the error inside this one? What is the input inside this control system? What will be the output of this control system? Can the unit of input and output are the same? So these type of question he may ask you. So if you are instrumentation background, you should prepare these subjects. These are the really important subjects for an instrumentation student, right? One more thing, you should have the basic knowledge of analog electronics, right? You may say that analog electronics is also your favorite subject, but you should have the basic knowledge of analog electronics, because every you can say instrumentation any instrument can be coupled with other instruments, right? So how you can couple them, which device you can use there, like that. You should have the basic knowledge of analog electronics and the circuits also. So if you are preparing for BARC, you can't say that I have to restrict only for these 5 subjects, right? They may definitely ask you the question from these subjects, but they also ask you the question from circuit theory. They may ask you the question from the electromagnetic field theory, right? They may ask you the question from the signal and system. So you can't restrict yourself to only for the 5 subjects. You should have the basic knowledge of all other subjects also, right? They may definitely ask the question from the 5 subjects, but they can ask the question from the other subject. You should have the knowledge that how we can relate the circuit theory with the field theory, right? How you can relate that. right? You should have the basic knowledge of that one. So if I suggest you, if you are going for the BARC interview, you should prepare in this direction. You should ask yourself the question that why I am using this, why I am doing this, why I am which part is acting like that, right? So you should have that much depth of knowledge. One more thing, in this one YourPedia can help you. See, basically when you start reading, you understand the concept, but you don't know that which type of question is going to ask in your final interview. So before that, going to final interview, if you give the more snap and mock interview, then that will help you. You will get the confidence that I know I can do that. I previously practiced these type of questions at YourPedia. So you can go for the BARC interview with the confidence, and when you have the confidence, you can solve the as difficult problem as much as difficult problem there, right? So basically, if you want to prepare, you just join the YourPedia and give the more snap and mock interview for that one. So basically, if you are going for instrumentation background, I am again saying study this subject, not restrict yourself to this subject. You should have the basic knowledge of all the other subject which you have, right? So maybe this video will help you. Thank you.